During the darkest nights of the year, in a small, forgotten village, stands a cemetery so ancient that the stones that form its structure seem to whisper stories from the afterlife. In this place of eternal rest, a solitary watchman named Don Felipe spent his hours watching over the tombs with his flickering lantern in hand. His only company was the icy wind that swept through the crypts and the shadows that danced over the graves. Don Felipe had heard stories, tales whispered over the wind, that those who had not received their last rites remained restless. However, he never considered the truth of these legends until one night he watched from the portico of the cemetery as, at the stroke of midnight, the air began to come alive. That night, as he walked slowly among the tombs, a strange sound stopped him. It was like the creaking of an old door, a faint lament coming from the depths of the cemetery. With his heart pounding, Felipe approached, and three figures rose before his eyes. They were the same night after night: a man in an elegant black suit, an old woman with gray hair covered by a veil, and a young woman dressed in white. They always headed toward the chapel that adorned the center of the cemetery, an altar now empty and forgotten. No one else in the town had seen them, only him. Intrigued and terrified, Felipe decided one night to follow the ghosts. He wanted to know their purpose. When they finally entered the chapel, the figures knelt before the altar, as if attending an invisible mass. Suddenly, something extraordinary happened. The temperature dropped sharply, and a spectral light illuminated the altar. Don Felipe, on the verge of retreating in fear, froze when he saw the images of the three deceased begin to appear like shadows on the walls, replicating the ancient ritual once held there. At dawn, the figures disappeared, leaving behind an eerie silence broken only by the echo of the wind. From then on, Don Felipe understood that his presence was necessary, not as a protector of the pantheon, but as a witness to a spiritual tradition that refused to disappear.